The 30 journalists and diplomats in Libya who had been held by fighters loyal to strongman Gaddafi have been freed, and the SABC board chairperson says the public broadcaster's turnaround strategy has resulted in the corporation paying the bulk of its debts. Ambosiso Hadebe with the latest news update. The 30 journalists and diplomats in Libya who had been held at the Rixos Hotel in Tripoli by fighters loyal to strongman Muammar Gaddafi have been freed. Many of the journalists wept when they exited the hotel. They say they were running out of food and feared for their lives. In other developments, Libyan rebels have now added a reward of around 15 million rand to their amnesty offer for the killing or capture of Gaddafi. The rebels' National Transitional Council, or NTC, says it supports the reward offer made by a Benghazi businessman. SAMU's General Secretary Mthandeki Nhlapo says the COSATU-affiliated union's decision to review its salary increase demand from 18% to 10% was not influenced by either internal or external pressure, including union members' apathy. He says the drastic decision is part of the strategy to secure a favorable wage deal for workers. Nhlapo says unions are committed and prepared to talk to the employer to create a win-win situation.
We are in a bit untenable situation to try to persuade the employer to take and review a position that can end the strike and allow the community to enjoy services. Clearly we can indicate to you we have currently stood at 10% from our 18%. as a basis to secure an agreement with the employer. And we hope that by the end of perhaps during the course of this week, we would have resolved this particular matter on terms favorable to the workers or beneficial to the workers.
Deputy President Kgalemela Motlanthe says government will make further pledges to ease the effects of famine in Somalia at the AU meeting in Addis Ababa. South Africa earlier donated 8 million rand to the relief effort. Motlanthe says the NGO Gift of the Givers has delivered 120 tons of aid to Somalis over a period of 2 weeks.
The total amount of the South African contribution, including government and civil society, is difficult to quantify at this stage, but certainly exceeds 20 million rand. As the Honourable Member is aware, the African Union hosts the pledging conference this week in Addis Ababa, where the South African government will make further pledges.
And lastly, SABC board chairperson Dr. Ben Gubani says the public broadcaster's turnaround strategy has resulted in the corporation paying the bulk of its debts. Gubani was speaking at a meeting with staff at the SABC headquarters in Auckland Park in Johannesburg. Gubani has cited the payment of Nedbank debt ahead of time as a promising sign.
A huge difference from what it was in 2009. But I argue that in fact even that loss is artificial because we have about 760 million rand in the bank right now. So we've made huge advances through our turnaround strategy.
Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak Option 1.